Abraham Lincoln was the 16th President of the United States of America, who ruled his country from 1861 until 1865. His election ended up causing the secession of the Southern states, and subsequently, the American Civil War, where the Southern states separated from the Union to preserve slavery, but were defeated, and as a result the Union was preserved and slavery was abolished. This president was loved by some and hated by others. One of these people who hated him was John Wilkes Booth, a supporter of the Southern cause, who shot him in 1865 and ended his life. Many people wonder how the history of America would have been if this president had not died. However, few ask an equally interesting question. If Abraham Lincoln were shot today, could we have saved him with modern medicine? Well, in 2008 a surgeon of the Billings Clinic in Montana, named Terry Housinger, gave us some answers about it. In 1865, a few days after slavery was abolished, President Lincoln was in the Ford Opera House, in Washington, D.C., along with his wife witnessing a work. At that time and stealthily, enters the building the actor John Wilkes Booth, goes up to the box where the president was, pulls out his Derringer gun and shoots the president. After that, he started to fighting with another American officer who was nearby, but managed to escape, and before leaving the building he shouted, "Sic semper tyrannis." Meanwhile, Lincoln was unconscious in his seat. The bullet had entered behind the president's head and penetrated deep into his skull. He was immediately taken to the house of a nearby doctor, and even though Lincoln had cardiac and respiratory activity for 10 hours, and sometimes let out moans or slightly moved his limbs, the doctors at that time were clear that they could not save him. Lincoln died the next morning. Well, according to Dr. Housinger, at the Billings Clinic today they could have saved the president with good neurological attention at good time. To relieve the swelling caused by the bleeding, they could have opened a portion of Lincoln's skull, or they could have supplied him some drug. He would have also had to undergo an operation to remove the bullet, and in the process, it would probably have been necessary to remove a part of his brain. And here comes the great detail, and that is if Lincoln had been saved today, in the best case, it would have been in a vegetative state. This means that it would have lost the mobility of some parts of its body, or of its speech. As you can see, with the medical advances made today, perhaps President Lincoln could have had another chance, although he would never have been the same anyway. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Remember that you can leave your opinion in the comments and tell me if you want a video about a particular topic.